Although I'm thinking, gosh, if it's this bad going from the kitchen to the modem, outside might be worse to do live videos. But I did want to get some live videos done for some friends that wanted to see some things that are too big to do in the kitchen. This kitchen table is a card table. Like imagine the card table you fold out when you have friends over to play cards, if you have friends. All right, so we have 3 packages, and I do want to get this open. I don't want to wait till Monday. This looks fun, and plus I want to see if it's any good. So let's see. Let's stack the boxes. I know what this is. I can't remember which one's in what box or whatever it is. But this is going to be a model kit of Acid Storm, which is like that one right there, the yellow one. That one's Sunstorm. And this one is in the same kind of concept. Oh, I should have done the box first. Now I have a place to put the trash. Just stuff it in the box. All right, so we got this. And I could put it together because I don't want to wait. But it's fun. If I got time, I just want to make sure I get all 3 boxes. Otherwise, the 3 for Thursday, like I tried to do last week, a 3 for Thursday, and it ended up taking too long. So I only got 2 for Thursday. That was kind of like a bummer deal. Oh my gosh, they super tightly wrap this stuff. What's funny is they wrap it so they can protect it, but it still gets a box crushed. Okay, I was trying to figure out how do they know that this is actually the thing inside that they say it is, because I don't see it opened, and they said that it's going to be Acid Storm. Okay, so it didn't cost much more than it would if I went to get it at the other place, the like retail, which was $10 retail for the other ones I got. Okay, well, I'm just going to take their word for it that it's Acid Storm because there's nothing else that's telling me. I don't want to open the bags quite yet. How's it going, Ian? I missed that barely. Transformers, Ian and Becca Comics. Hey, how you doing? Going great. It's a beautiful day, but it's not quite warm enough yet, and I wanted to do lives outside, but I don't know if my Wi-Fi will reach that far. But I want to do this later. I don't want to get through one box and call it 3 for Thursday. This I'll do later too. All right, here's the other box. It says Amazon Prime. I don't think it's Amazon Prime. And how y'all doing today? Is it Ian and Becca, or Ian or Becca? I don't know if you're both on here watching. Okay, so this is a pirate ship that I have in my room. Mine's not nearly as good, and I got mine. I agree, it's very nice out today. Yeah, depends on where you live too, and of course your definition of nice, because I like it. I like spring weather. Let me put it that way. Not too hot, not too cold. It's the Goldilocks thing. All right. Doing well. We both are good. Both are here. All right. So this is, I have a pirate ship just like this one. It's actually hanging in my room, and it's got like a little pirate on there, but I didn't get Captain Hook, and I didn't get this thing on the back. All right. Oh, it's the alligator's face. That's hilarious. So there's no little missile in it. Was there a missile? I don't think there was a missile in this one. But mine has just a disconnection from there. I think I have an older video. I think I got it at some, like mine had a price on the bottom, so I must have got it at Goodwill. But this one comes with Captain James T. Hook. He's got 3 points of articulation because his head doesn't move with his long hair. His waist moves and his arms move. Does he have? Nope. Nope. Okay, so just 3 points of articulation. And he goes just right here, or you can have him turn around and he's going to blast those Peter Pan out of the sky. And also I got the, I thought, maybe you can also include him on here since he's a pirate. Oh, and this is the difference between this and this. This is Galaxy version, this is Star version, and this is Defender version. So there's 3 different sizes now, and I think there's even more because I saw a person putting together a Blokees. I was like, how big is that one? He's like, is it like the other ones? He's like, no, it's actually bigger. I was like, oh, now there's more sizes. How many sizes are going to come up with? And I like them all, fortunately. I think this is the one that just came in 2 days ago, and I haven't gotten around to it. But I think it's going to be full of, not Power Rangers, but Big Bad Beetleborgs. Well, I think it has a Power Ranger in there. Oh, great. Somebody used confetti. I hate when they use confetti to... Oh, we're gonna put confetti in there because that's great for... it's almost like a, hey, you get to clean something up when I send it to you. Well, thank you. Thank you for that cleanup. I love to clean up somebody else's mess. So these are the big bag Beetleborgs and a Power Ranger. And I have not figured out what this is. Now, when I did a Google search, it said it was one thing, and I'm like, but the picture they showed looked nothing like this, so I don't quite know what it is. It does look like it could be a green T-Rex for Power Rangers, but I doubt that's what it is. It also reminds me of the Zoids, the little guy it rides with from the cartoon. I'm trying to read his inner thigh. I don't want to look in there as like, you're checking if he's a boy or a girl. No, I'm just checking what that says. I can't read it from here. But those little holes right there make me wonder if it's a bendy toy, but I don't know. If anybody actually knows what this is from, please let me know, because I don't have a clue. And I don't need to know to enjoy it. I just want to make sure I can put it on the thing correctly. Oh, we got a blue Power Ranger. It's the Mighty Morphin Blue. This is the Hasbro ones. I didn't like their heads. They looked like they had no necks. Like they were being Imaginext, but not the best way, in my personal preference. They're about the same size as these. So if you have, you know, toys from these, like, I just don't like their necks. I mean, I want to pop his head off and put on a different Power Ranger. Maybe the other blue Power Ranger in here. Now, their Megazords turned out good. Well, I think this is actually Imaginext. 2019, made in China. A little eye on the bottom. Yeah, this is actually Imaginext. Now, this is good. What's up? Sub for on her second. Oh, okay. So you got extras. So we got Go Power Rangers, and this one's made by Hasbro, so it is not Imaginext. And in my personal opinion, it's not as good as Imaginext. When Imaginext was doing it, fantastic. Oh, I do get two of these. See, one picture had two of these, and then the other picture had one of these. So I was like, I wasn't sure if they were just showing it for whatever. Yeah, I like Imaginext a lot. I felt bad about it at first when Star Wars first came out on Imaginext. I was like, going, I like it, but what will my friends think? It's one of those things, like, it's cute and adorable, but, you know, my friends were like, I remember one of my friends was into pop vinyls, and he said, you know, I can make fun of you for playing with Imaginext, but you know what? I play with pop vinyls. What's the difference? Do you sell on eBay, or I just collect? I don't sell. That would be a scary thing, because I hear all these nightmares about people who say they didn't get something they really did, and it's like then eBay takes their side, and you just lose everything. No, I wouldn't want to handle that personally. So this is one of the green. This is actually both from Beetleborgs Metallics, is what I think. I did some research after I got it, and then kind of put them on my Excel spreadsheet. He's got disco action. But they're in pretty good condition. I thought he was going to be more scratched up because this chrome does not just collect as well. Yeah, usually the chrome on these things is atrocious. Like, the reason I'm afraid of chrome, when I was a kid, I had a C-3PO and an R2-D2. Of course, I played with them a lot, and they ended up looking really ugly when that chrome came off, and that plastic underneath was not monochromatic. It was all over the place. Like, they just put whatever they wanted to in there, and it was hideous. It was so hideous. So, yeah, that's turned me off to chrome. Now, I like clear things with stuff inside them, like Micronauts, or glow-in-the-dark things. So he's got a disco action with both hands. I thought it was just his left hand at first. But he doesn't bend at the elbows. Huh. Well, it's not a deal breaker. It's pretty cool, though. I like the Beetleborgs. I think they look really cool. There's a few things that do look great in chrome that you really do want the chrome. It's this and Silverhawks. I'm sorry, when I see Silverhawks that aren't chrome, I'm like, hey, what's the point? I don't know. I've never had a bad Silverhawk with chrome. I think I got rid of all my Silverhawks except for Flashback, because he was just way too cool to get rid of. And this is one of the more modern figures, which I don't. They feel weird. I mean, I'm glad they're not 6 inches, but darn, they're pretty darn close to it. But they're not quite like the 5-inch ones we used to get. Those I liked a lot better. These, I don't know what they were going for. They were just shy of the 6-inch figures for the Lightning collection, but they were also too big for the other ones. I don't know. Actually, I have this figure I got from Ross, and I was like, nah. It's just the weirdness, the way it feels in your hands. It's not quite the same. All right, and I do want to get to this, and then, well, you know, I guess we can build the model kit next. I don't know. Maybe I'll do the model kit separately. I definitely want to get to this no matter what. So that's the three things. I got the model kit, I got the ship, and then I got a bunch of well, bag Beetleborgs is the main focus of it. The Power Rangers was just icing on the cake. So here's something that's going to have slime in it, which my fingers feel like they're dusty, so the slime could help clean them off, I guess. Let's see if I can pull the tab without having it to break. Okay, this was also from Five Below. I saw this on Monday, and I was like, nah, if I'm going to get something like this, I'd rather get those down at the Hobby Lobby, which is a few doors down, because they have weapons for their dinosaurs. But then on Wednesday when I went back, hopefully, I'm still trying to find those Simpsons figures, the wave 2 of those. Everybody else is finding them but me. But then again, our store is just notoriously bad for getting new stuff in. I found stuff at the store down in Myrtle Beach that our store didn't get for like 3 months later. Trust me, I kept asking, did you get them in yet? Well, they got them. Did you get them in yet? Nope. Okay, here's some slime. Okay, hopefully there's nothing in that, so I want to go into it. Oh, I'm kind of disappointed. Glad I only bought one of them. I thought the whole thing was buildable. It's just you put a tail on him and that's it. Oh, this is lame. This is very lame. So I was excited because I thought it was going to be buildable arms, head. I thought you could put everything on them, but you just put the tail on them. All right, this is blue. And if this is something that appeals to you and you think it's worth $5, go for it. I'm extremely disappointed. Like the Treasure X eggs. Ever open one of those? Have I ever opened one of those? Yes, absolutely. You can find a bunch of them. Probably the lives is where I do most of them. And I got 2 big eggs in there I need to open. But yeah, this is very underwhelming. I'm very disappointed. I thought from the picture on it, it looks like you can put it looks like his arms and legs are separate, even his head. I just thought they had the tail because they were like, it says buildable dinos. Buildable dino, you're putting a tail on it. That's not buildable dinos. Wow, I'm extremely disappointed in this. Yeah, I love Treasure X. They're amazing. This was not worth $5. So if anybody's wondering about that, I just saved you $5 because I don't recommend it. Very underwhelming. So we do have time for this, and so we didn't have to put anything together or get anything out of slime. And I definitely, here's the things on this series. This is supposed to be Acid Storm. Now, I don't know how they knew it was Acid Storm because there's nothing on here that says it. Maybe there's some kind of scan thing on these that only people in China know because this is from China, from AliExpress. I don't know. I really don't know how they would have known that. It's pretty easy to put it together. Here's the parts. Oh, yep, it's him. Unless it's one of the Constructicons. What's some of your favorite toy YouTube channels? Oh, what is his name? He's been doing Transformer stuff forever. He's one of my favorites. Gosh, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. It caught me at an indisposition. Something. Oh man, I cannot remember his name right now. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's like remember their names right now. I don't know. You could probably every now and then I'll repost somebody's videos because they're so good or something. Oh, I know a few newer ones I like Longs. He's really good. He does a lot of the stuff that I like, and I'm like, Long likes the things I like. Long's Toy Box. There's a few other guys that are kind of new, and they do a lot of stuff that nobody else does. Like there's a guy that does a lot of Korean robots, and can't think of what his name is, but I like it because he does things that nobody else does. And the only other people I can find to do Korean robots don't speak in English, or there's this one with this really annoying little stick figures. Oh, it drives me crazy. I hate that one. He's the only other person I can think of that actually does the robots that, if you find something AliExpress that's cool and you don't know what it is, that guy has it. That's why I probably found his videos, is because I kept going, I don't know anything about these Korean robots, and he does. No, not Wongs, it's Longs, like long and short. It's Long's Toy Box. Is one guy. He does a lot of this kind of stuff. Like he does this. And the other guy, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. But he does just the robots. Like Longs does a lot of, he does morphers, and I don't care about morphers or henshin belts. So when you're putting together these not common riders, I was saying common riders, these joints, um, they're not like, they're the exact same size for the elbows and the knees. So you don't have to worry about, like, if I'm going to get the wrong size, the wrong place. He's got two different types of hands. I like the fist personally. The ones that are giving money hands, no, not my favorite. And there is a stand, but you don't really need it. I mean, I guess if you're wanting to make sure he doesn't fall off your shelf, that's one thing. Here comes all the pieces. I gotta be careful because I don't have my plate down here. I usually build on the plate so it'll roll off the sides. And here he is. His name is Acid Storm. I love my Five Below toys because I'm a cheapie. I am cheap. I just blocked somebody on the Discord because he was like, he was getting very arrogant about, oh, the difference between, what I pay. He had a car he was showing off for $36. Like, what is it, $36? Does it go on a race car track or something? Going, no, it's just better than those cheap Hot Wheel cars. I'm going, and then he kept on double downing. I was like, I'm you're just being obnoxious at this point. So I just blocked him. I was like, you're very insulting, and I'm not afraid to tell you that. I think some people can't afford these $36 Hot Wheels size cars. If you can, great. But I feel like when you say, the difference is they're not, he said a bunch of nasty things about Hot Wheels. Most of the people on there collect Hot Wheels. So I was like, really? All right, for the chest, you got to definitely put these on first. We'll put it on like this. I never noticed that right there. You clean it up a little bit. Oh, and the light just kind of comes on. I don't know what triggers the light, but it'll come on. And now the newer ones, it's a double ball joint. So this is one of the older models. I guess the way they make them is based on series 2 of these. And then you can put on the armor, the chest plate. Make sure you line these up correctly. This is the hardest part right here, is just making sure you get these in correctly. I buy too many comics to get a 36. Yeah, that's another thing. It's like my priorities are not the same. So if you collect just one thing, that's fine. But I still don't want to insult like people who collect Hot Wheels. And he was very, very insulting. He's like, the difference is that Hot Wheels are crappy, cheapy, whatever. I'm like, yeah. Some people, that's all they can afford. I mean, they just don't have the mega bucks. Yeah, comic books. Yeah, I need to start reading again too. Like reading. It's beautiful outside, so it's gonna be a beautiful day to go outside and read. I like to read outside more. The natural lighting is much better for me, personally. Like with my eyes, I had to have glasses inside, but outside I really don't even need glasses. It's that much better. So yeah, and where is the crotch plates? Here's the crotch plates. I collect comics, toys, books, and physical media. Yes, physical media is a must. Do you have Laserdisc? Because that's my favorite. I love Laserdisc. And I know that you can barely watch some of them now because some of them have gotten laser rot. It's a real thing, where the plastic is separating. The layers of plastic are separating, and since it's metal inside, it's actually getting, especially here at the beach, you're gonna have salt water getting into it, or salt air getting into it, I should say. Not salt water. I don't play with them on the beach or anything. But yeah, laser rot's a real thing, and it could happen to DVDs one day too. Remember, Laserdiscs are significantly older than DVDs, but there was a period in the 90s where the plastic, the glue they were using on the plastic, they started using a newer one, and that's what actually caused most of it. So it was the inferior glue. And that's what caused the things to come apart. Yes, DVDs, Blu-rays, VHS tapes, any of that stuff's fine with me. I've been trying to get a few VHS tapes lately for a little project I want to do where all the old action figures that are Disney related, for instance, just a starter, like if I have some Aladdin figures, I get the VHS for Aladdin, open it up, put the little figures inside instead of the tape. I just don't want to do it to my personal Aladdin tape because I've had it since the 90s. So, Okay, so there's one leg. All right. And these don't really matter which way you go because they're cut and covered up, but I'm just one of those persons that it's one of my anal retentive things. I want the little dots to go on the outside, which, as you can clearly see, as soon as you put them in, they disappear. Yeah, I had the idea because I saw somebody, the little McDonald's toys that had they look like little tiny VHS tapes. And I have a few of those. I was like, oh my gosh, what if we did that? Like, what if you took a VHS tape and put all those little toys in it in just one? I bought this off of AliExpress. So AliExpress, you can buy, like at the comic book shop down in North Myrtle Beach that I go to, they actually have these, and I bought one just because they light up. So there's it's $10 from there. I was like, well, thankfully I got one that I didn't have, but now that I look at them more carefully, this is even different from the one I have. He has wheels on the side of his feet. Probably the ratchet's the same, but even if it's the same, they light up, and none of mine had light up features except the RC I got because she was the movie one. So, but on AliExpress, there's a few people, and for some reason, Acid Storm's not popular. He's one of the only ones. Okay, out of all these, I didn't have any representation for Acid Storm or Sunstorm. Yeah, I think his name is Sunstorm. I keep on calling Nova Storm. These look actually, yeah. And if you've ever liked the Action Masters in 1989, these remind me a lot of those. I loved those. Those were fantastic. They were so much fun, and people hate them because they didn't transform, but the little sidekicks did, or their vehicles did. Which I'm like, yeah, I like that personally. They looked more like the actual characters in the comic books, as opposed to, like, you ever seen Megatron, the original? I had it. It looked awful in robot mode. I'm like, what the heck are they thinking? But the Action Master of Megatron looks amazing. At that time, that was the only representation that looked good. And then G2 came out, and that Megatron looked pretty good too. He was completely different, but he did look good. So, yeah, and these got incredible articulation. I mean, he even got little shruggy shoulders, which they didn't have to do. I just got to make sure I get the right. Oh, there's not. Okay, so sometimes there's like a little emblem. You got to make sure you get on the front. So this goes down on top like this, like that. And then you put the laser cannon on his shoulder. All right, and on the other arm, you're going to get an extra one of these every time, and just the way it is. Here's the last one. So you got 4 joints. Do you have an IG? I'll send you some pictures of my new comics and toy room. Yeah, my IG is actually, if you go to my YouTube, it has a link to it. If not, it's like Jesus Saves Forever, but it's not written like that. It's like number 4 and 3, the E, whatever. So I did it all like, yeah, it's hard to explain. Like, my name is so different on there. I didn't want to pick one or the other. I just went ahead because people are mostly using the same name on both. I was like, oh, I don't want to pick one or the other. But yeah, on YouTube, on my, whatever it's called on the YouTube, what is it called? Like my profile. It should have my Instagram on there. All right, we're almost done. Before you put this on, you got to make sure you put the wings on. The wings, I found out, are exactly the same, so it doesn't matter if you put one on one side. Oops, I've messed up. I put the left on the right. There's no way of doing that. Now, if you wanted to actually do it like this, you can do it like that, but me personally, no, I like them going up. And that's the way they're supposed to go, but I like them better like that anyway. And then on the back right there. And there he is. That is Acid Storm. They got him with these little things, and I never knew what these were for because nobody seems to have any idea. But I like to pretend like he's using the communicator. Whoops, well, his gun's probably in the way of this. Let me move his gun up. Okay, so he can be like, I think it's just his joints are still a little stiff. He could be like Megatron, and he's like talking to his arm, flip up thing like you see on the cartoons, and then the G1 series they have these little flip up things. It's like, Megatron, is this Acid Storm reporting? I got my eyes on them, that kind of thing. And these come with like this. This is pretty cool. You come with a little extra because I guess these cost more, but The regular ones cost to $8, depending on where you get them from. And I get them by the box. Now these I did not get by the boxes. I just want certain characters. I don't want another Ironhide. I don't want another, even though they have the glide up feature, I don't really care about getting another one of these guys. I just wanted Acid Storm. This is Series 1. Okay, I was about to say Series 2 has a Beachcomber. That's what I got. Get those Kellogg figures you have. Yeah, the Kellogg figures. Those, and I'm trying to now find something that probably is old and I didn't know about it. It was because what is his name? Gojitron. Gojitron sold me a Lucky Charms figure, the Lucky from Lucky Charms. It's about the same size as those. It's part of a, and they have like the Frankenberry, all 5 of those, like Frankenberry, Blueberry, or Blueberry, Count Chocula are the 3 I know the best. And they also had Yummy Mummy and Fruit Brute. They're all in that collection, and they're in something called something icons, ad icons, but it's probably like so old that I'll never find them. Like I was hoping they'd be at the Five Below. I was like, they're probably just too old. They're probably like 5 years old or something. But yeah, he's awesome. I like him a lot. I like those colors on him too. The greens. He's got like 3 different colors of green, which is really cool. He just looks like an orange popsicle. I just want to eat them up. He's like lime sherbet and orange. But yeah, it's like, I like that green a lot right there. That looks cool. Yeah, and he's got like or he looks like the Devastator's colors, the green, but then he's got this really awesome color right there. I'm not quite sure what that is. It's like a teal color, I think. And then this is more of an aqua color, aqua, teal, and green. I mean, that's fantastic. My favorite color is teal, but my favorite simple color is green. Because, the crayons you get in a box of 8, I've always picked green as my favorite color. And then as I got more complicated, I was like, oh, I like teal. I like how dark it looks. And then, or turquoise. I think turquoise, I get them mixed up. And then aqua, I like too. I like it a lot. Like, if I can write in anything, I'd write on this color paper with this color ink pen. I think it will look really cool. But anyway, those are the 2 newest ones I got for this series, and I love these. I can't keep up with them right now. They're off to Series 5, and I need to catch up with Series 3. I got 3. I need to get 4, but I didn't get 4 at first because they were the movie figures, and I thought the movie's going to be stupid, so I'm going to skip this wave. The movie's good. I actually like the movie. I thought it was going to be awful. I don't expect much out of modern movies. And then they had Series 5 just made, so I'm like, oh, now I got to get Series 4 and Series 5. I get them by the boxes because then you get one of every figure. But yeah, they're totally worth it to me. These are absolutely amazing. And they're the same size as, like, say, a G.I. Joe figure, or, they're like 4 inches tall. So smaller than your Beetleborgs. Smaller than this guy. Bigger than your Roblox. I mean, Roblox could be like little kids or something in the universe. Bigger than your Imaginext. But yeah, these still fit in some of the vehicles. I don't have many of those vehicles. I have the, if you're watching the video, I have it's about the green version of the, it's Optimus Prime's truck, but for a Microman, they actually incorporate it into the universe. Speaking of green and Microman, here's an 8-centimeter toy, a little bit shorter than your regular 10-centimeter toy, side by side with him. Like your normal G.I. Joes are 10 centimeters tall. He's 8 centimeters tall. They're slightly smaller. I don't know why they went with slightly smaller, but I love them no matter what. So this is my favorite toy of all time, Microman. And then these things are my favorite modern toy. So yeah, I mean, did you ever get any of these? Because I can definitely guarantee you'll like them, unless you really hate to build things, which I don't. I love to build them. They're fun to build. Like if they started making them without building them, I'd be like, oh, I like building them. That's probably the most fun thing. Here's the other ones they have in this series. So they show you how to build a basic one. It's pretty much the same for all of them. This one has the matrix of leadership, which is a little different. And then for certain ones, like, you have a hubcap on his back. Hey, what's up? You got not a hubcap, a wheel on his back. And so there's certain things you got to do, like car doors, the wheels on the feet, and the little fender on the feet. And then Megatron, of course, has got some things that goes on his back differently and on his shoulder cannon. And then he's got, he didn't come in the same box as him, or the same series as him. So, yep, that's wave 1. Wave 2 included him instead, and Beachcomber was the 2 I got from it. All right, so hope you guys are having a great day. I'm going to go ahead and see how nice it is outside and probably go out, set up outside. I want to do a 3 3/4 video for something I bought yesterday that was on sale. It was a big spaceship thing. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see it. And my friends were like, oh, can you like see if it 118s? Yes, I'm going to take some 118 figures out there and see if it 118s. I don't know if it will. I feel like it's going to be just for these kind of guys. So it's a spaceship, and it was $24, but it was on clearance. I didn't know it was on clearance until I got to the thing. It was like $6 off. It was $18. And then I also want to do a video for Thrift Store Thursday, because there's some big things in Thrift Store Thursday that I can't put on this table. This table, I'm going to have to clean it off. It's getting too busy. You know, maybe I should go ahead and do this now, because I don't know when's a good time to do Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's, but it was $6, and it glows in the dark. So I was going to maybe do a Friday one, like Fun Friday with Freddy's or something. Nah. Let's do this one. I did not know this was also made by Funko Pop, or Funko, whatever you want to call it. I just know it looks pretty cool, and it glows in the dark. I'm going to need scissors for this one. Or just be really careful when cutting it off. His arm came off. Is Five Nights at Freddy's something bad? Because I don't know anything about it. I heard it's a video game. It looks like something from Chuck E. Cheese that went terribly, terribly wrong. I've only been to Chuck E. Cheese one time in my entire life, because my little brother's like 10 years younger than me, and he had a birthday there, birthday party. And I was like, nah. I was not having a fun time, but I was there for him. Oh, put it on backwards. So you can pop it apart. That's kind of cool. So if I ever get any other ones, I can just rearrange them if I wanted to. But they're really, really tiny ball joints. So it won't go with the other. I don't think it'll go with him. Nope, totally different. And it won't go with him because he's mostly not ball joints. Yeah, I don't want to do that anyway. So it comes with a microphone, and it comes with a VR set. And it's okay. I mean, the ball joints make me feel like this is one of those things from Walgreens. Those figures that are like 3 for $10. They come in a 3-pack. They're like the Space Marines or whatever. Yeah, it feels like that, and they do seem to pop off awfully easy. That arm is not going to stay on, is it? Well, it's purple, but it glows in the dark, so we'll see how that works tonight. All right, y'all have a great day. I'm going to go and get some stuff done and see if I can get out there and get set up. If it's warm enough, it should be. It's going to be a beautiful day. And I hope you guys get outside and enjoy the sunlight, get you some vitamin D from the sun. The purple vinyl is cool. Yeah, it's cool. I wonder if it really, how well it glows. Let's put it up at the light. And nah, it's got too much light behind me and too much light from the windows. All right, but have a great day and get outside and get some sunlight.